Hey everyone, it's that time again. We're going to do a little bit of hiking down the Florida Trail and going to sneak off and do a little solo camp. Not going to go far, but far enough. See you in a bit. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my hammock between these two small trees here and this cypress here. And it's going to be a hammock camp. As you can see, I'm in the swamp and definitely going to deploy my bug net. Let's get at it. There's, as you can see, there's lots of material, leaf litter, lots of dead sticks and material to use for a fire. I don't know if I'm going to have a fire or not, but am going to go through my fire kit, show you what all I have in it. If anything, I might clear just a little spot just so that I can start a fire during that portion of this video. Setting up my chair. Because I'm too fat, I bought half-inch PVC Schedule 40 tees to put over the legs so that the legs don't sink into the ground when my fat gluteus maximus sits down on it. There we have it. All right, let's collect up some of this tinder. We'll be using this for a fire. Starting course. It's really warm out today, so I'm not so sure I will be having a fire all night long. I don't need it for cooking. I have MREs, but we'll see. I do have my cook gear with me. Set this aside. Now I'm going to get my E-tool and I'm going to clear a little spot for the fire pit. Okay, now I'm going to go find some palmetto pubes and some dry grass so that I can make a bird's nest. That's right, I said palmetto pubes. You'll see why. And here I'm collecting some palm pubes to use for tinder to start the fire with. Stuff looks great. It's readily abundant here in Florida. You can get it off of palm trees, as you can see what I'm doing here. You can get it off of palmettos. You can actually make cordage out of it too. But we're not going to get into that. We're just going to collect enough to make a little bird's nest to get a fire going. There we go. That's enough. Found some dried grass and some palmetto pubes. And as you saw before, I already broke up some of the leaf litter and some of the dry sticks that's sitting around here. Now I'm going to go over my fire kit. The way I set this fire kit up, even if you do not have tinder, if you cannot start a fire with this fire kit, you do not need to be in the woods. Period. Okay? This is a container I bought from a local craft store. I have 2 fire kits. Both are basically the same, with the exception is one does not have a magnifying glass in it. Inside the fire kit, I have a metal tin, which I can use to make char cloth. Inside, I have 2 pieces of fat wood, and then I have tinder in here. Now this tinder is a mixture of fat wood shavings and birch bark. Both are highly flammable, both work very well. You combine that along with your 2 little pieces of tinder, you can basically get anything going. Set that back down. Now inside my tin, I have a glass 5-power magnifying glass. It's not plastic. I have a cotton ball. When you unroll it, it'll take a spark and light almost immediately. I have match strikers. I have 4 weatherproof matches. I have a magnesium fire block that has a small ferro rod on it and a scraper. And in here in the bottom, I have several pieces of char cloth. Now the char cloth I usually make is, I have old denim jeans. I cut it up into squares, stacks all nice and neat inside this tin. Then I throw it into the fire, make my char cloth, and it stays together very well. Takes a spark very easily. And I pulled my ferro rod that I like to use. My favorite ferro rod's right here. This is a 6-inch by 1/2-inch ferro rod. I've used it quite a bit, and it's still got about 1,004 million strikes still available on it. And unlike Mr. Joe Robinet, yeah, I just called you out, dummy. You see there's an orange string on the end? Yeah, I won't lose this. Just saying. Okay. First I'm going to take my dried grass, which is a mixture of grass and dried dog fennel. I'm going to make this into a nice little bird's nest, process it around, weave it in with each other, fold it around one way, fold it around the next way. All this extra stuff all down there on the ground. And now I'm going to sit that there, now that I got a decent bird's nest. Now I'm going to take my palmetto pubes. And if you are triggering, because I said pubes, we know what I'm referring to as far as pubes go. Palmetto pubes is a very interesting material. It grows around the base of the leaves of each sets of branches of a palmetto or a palm tree. It's very fibrous, very dry. When it's wet, it actually dries very quickly. It is quite flammable. It takes a spark really well. But palmetto pubes can also be used to make cordage. That's a different video. Today we're making fire. I'm going to roll this into a nice little ball. And I'm going to set this ball inside my bird's nest. Yes, it's quite a bit of redundancy. Now, I set it all in there and I'm pushing it down. I got a nice little divot. That's going to hold my char cloth once I get my char cloth sparked. Then here's the char cloth. It only takes one little spark and you'll see the char cloth start to grow. That is your ember. And then I'll blow this into a fire. I'm going to sit that char cloth right there in the middle of that divot. Nice and cool. I'm going to take my knife. Now this is not my knife that I usually use my pocket knife with the cutting edge on it. I actually put ground a special groove for my ferro rod on my pocket knife. I did not have my pocket knife with me because it broke. Time to get a new pocket knife. So I'm going to use my camp knife. The back is a 90-degree straight angle. And I'm going to throw a spark onto that char cloth. Oop. We got fire. Just that quick. Didn't even have to blow it. That's the monkey, or the palmetto pubes that caught that fast. One little spark like that. Then we take our material, lay it across the top. Now we got fire. Hey everyone, I did a lot of hiking on the Florida Trail today. I set up a hammock camp, went through my fire kit with y'all, explored the swamp a little bit. Right around 15 miles total, which is about 10 miles further than I wanted to go today. My hips are hurting really bad. Arthritis, you know how it is. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. We'll see you all in the morning. Well, good morning, everybody. I am declaring a personal state of emergency. The MRE I had for dinner last night did not have any coffee in it. So I have no coffee. So I'm going to break this camp and I'm going to go to Dunkin'. I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you learned something about fire starting. If you like what you see here, please visit our website. The links will be in the description. I'll catch y'all next time with coffee.